possibilities.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our usual Thursday live stream. But there's nothing usual about today. My name is Ekel O'Hara, and this is the Future Fiction Academy. We do all kinds of interesting things around here, but one of the major things that we end up doing is helping you make all of your dreams come true. It's what we do. Oh man, and why don't you listen to this song for a couple of seconds?
In
I
a
need
world
to
of ones
fix
and
something.
zeros, we come alive. A symphony of circuits we will rise. With every bite we share a new horizon. We're the architects of the digital dream. There's a future full of promise and it's within our grasp. So let's embrace the power, the magic of AI.
Oh man, sorry about that, everyone. I just had a cat do a little bit of business, and right when I was starting my live stream, and I didn't want any mishaps with the canine in the place. So we're gonna give it a little spray. 'Cause I had to clean that up quick. It was, woo, man. All right, let me see here. Let's get it nice and close. Man, apologies for the delayed response. All right, so as I was saying, we are the Future Fiction Academy. We do all kinds of interesting things. One of the main things we do here is show people who want to be writers how they can use artificial intelligence to do that very thing. It's what we do. And as you probably know, this is that week, y'all. The week that we introduce a whole new class to you. Now, if you want to, you can click on the description below, and it will take you over to the Future Fiction Academy, and you can get a hold of our standalone classes. There is a bundle today that is available. Actually, several classes that were released today that are available with the code Your First Draft. I'm pretty sure it's Your First Draft. Did she make a banner for that? No, she did not. Of course, she didn't make a banner for that. Your First Draft. And this is a program that is literally one of the easiest programs to learn, but it really does take some forethought into how you're going to actually apply your knowledge of craft, your knowledge of your own story. So that sort of thing is really kind of crucial to you being able to be successful. As she said earlier today, that she being EAW, we're not here to help you like crank out crap or do AI slop. That's not our thing. If you actually want to apply yourself, you want actual great prose, then you have to put some effort forth, not just use the tool to get it done. So that's what we're really excited about. We're really excited about helping you learn how to move on in your life. Maybe you're in a job that you don't like. Maybe there's some kind of thing that you just don't want to do. Let me check in with my people. Hello. Zedek is napped, ate, no coffee. Happy rest of Thursday. Hello. How you doing, Sue? Hello, Jazz Mesha. Nice to see you. I hope all of you are thinking about coming to Author Nation, because we are going to be at Author Nation this year. And right now, right this second, we're all trying to figure out where we're going to stay. And several people already figured out where they're going to stay. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to stay yet. Let me see here. Hi, nice to meet you, Keisha. Hi, nice to did I meet you yet already, Keisha? You remind me, your name reminds me of my sister, even though it's spelled a completely different way. RK Sterling. RK, nice to see you. Plume Stone, you're late, but you're here. I just started. Ooh, I got 20 people. I like it when I get like half of the amount of people that EAW gets, because let's be real, she's the popular one. She's so popular. You will, Blaine. You're gonna have to come up and say hello, Blaine. You are going to have to come up and say hello. Still need to find 3 or 4 to fill out this year's capture crew for the recordings. Capture crew for the recordings. Are you doing some type of podcast, Blaine? Let me know, because I will. I'm looking forward to you just definitely saying hello to me. Okay. Let me see here. And Ray, how you doing, Ray? Love that headshot. Somebody got your right side. Those twinkly cheeks of yours. Hubba hubba. All right. So, everyone, we have so much stuff over at the FFA right now. So much stuff. Ooh, one of our teachers has popped in. The director, one of the directors of the Accelerator. Let me tell you about the Accelerator. It's administered by Alyssa here, and by Alyssa Evans and Lynn Jordan. And they are completely knowledgeable in so many aspects of artificial intelligence and how you use them. And the Accelerator is literally the only real way for you to get into the mastermind. The Accelerator is that we have links in the description below, but the Accelerator is a fundamental way to understand artificial intelligence and creativity and how you put it all together. And if you have that knowledge, you'll be able to hop into other things. If you're in the Accelerator, you get access to all of these standalone classes that we are talking about today, except for a couple of them that were made outside of the FFA by people outside of the FFA, or people in the FFA but aren't staff. So all of the dean stuff, all of that stuff is absolutely accessible. But then there's tons of other courses too. And it's crazy what we're doing right now. Right this second, we have 100, well, not even 100 people anymore, more like 90 people who will get access to your first draft. And all of the and that's outside of the FFA. But if you're in the mastermind, you get 1 free credit a month to be able to make any book you want, and you will be able to fill out the information. Book, bing. Book pops out 30, 40, 50 minutes later. And it really changes the way that you decide that you want to create. Maybe you want to create faster. Maybe you don't like to do the first draft. Maybe you are an editing supreme. Maybe you have the stories and you wish someone was there to execute the actual writing part. We got you covered. Come on over to the Future Fiction Academy. Sign up for the July. We're still in July. The July FFA Accelerator. It's a $250 a month charge that gets you access to your own version of Plot Drive and you get 1 credit of your first draft, all included in the price. 1 credit a month. That's I think it's $100 value if you don't get the class that I'm about to tell you about. So, you know what? I'm going to go over here and log out. Log out real quick. Okay. And we have, oh, sorry. Let me find my shareables right here. We're going to share. I should have had that set up beforehand, but I did not. Okay. We have tons of standalone classes, as you can see. Writing series with AI, expanding a novella, N8N, build your own writing automations. I'm pretty sure that this is one of the classes that you can use the code your first draft. Your first draft. We have making structural fine tunes. We have how to make a story dossier. We've got and a lot of these are free if you're inside of the academy. So a lot of them have been written by people that are inside of the academy, so you will have access to all of them. Advanced Raptorite, mastering the 5-act structure. I'm pretty sure that is one that might be discounted. So if you aren't sure which ones are discounted, just put the code in for the coupon code in, and if it applies it to it, then you are in luck. We have translations, choosing publishing niches, romance outlines by Harper. I love that. I love that. Sass has Natasha has a cozy mystery. Building better sequences with Raptorite. Pick your story halfway. Pick up your story halfway through. Wow, we have a lot of classes right now. Enhancing nonfiction, co-writing with AI. Love to mayhem, unmoderated AI writing. Ooh. Descript for authors. So if you are needing to edit something for a YouTube page for your business, that's the class for you. Character focused marketing, and then we also have Olivia. Of course, she put it all in French, and I don't read French, but Olivia's class in French, you could get into that one too. Now, the Publishing Summit. Let's have a quick discussion about the Publishing Summit. 6-month Publishing Summit. That is with Bad Evan. Bad Evan's going to be helping you learn the publishing business from a person who has been there and done that. And it is a extensive program that takes place over 26 weeks, 2-hour live sessions. Let me see here. 2-hour, the length is 6 months. You have 2-hour live sessions on Sundays in August through January. You will have access to replays for the rest of your life. Capacity is strictly limited to guaranteed, and there are only going to be 50 people in it. But if you are one of the first 40 people to be in this, you will get a he will analyze your book and give you the ability to take that book and put it out there with the best foot forward. And the community will have its own private Discord workspace for questions, critiques, and celebration. And the tuition is $5,000. So if you wanted to, you could. Let me see here. Well, let me zoom. Well, let me see here. Let me see if I zoom If I zoom into that, there we go. And payment plans are at there are payment plans at checkout. So if you check out and if you want to get a hold of this, right? If you want to get a hold of this and you look at the price and you say I can't do it, then don't do it. Okay. If you, as a matter of fact, Bad Evan would probably discourage you from picking this up if you can't afford to do it. This isn't like you're going to miss out for the rest of your life. And so therefore you need to, no, it's none of that. None of that at all. It's a necessity for people who are at a certain place in their publishing business. So don't overextend yourself. And they're going to be building on the foundation and formation. They're choosing business structures. They're going to talk about taxes and all kinds of stuff. You're going to be making pen names. You're going to be creating content at warp speed, product packaging, platform and audience expansion. You're going to talk about all of that, and you're going to rinse and repeat it all over and over again so that you have a ton of mechanisms and systems put in place for your publishing business. You're going to get tons and tons of templates that you'll actually be able to apply your own stuff to. And it's going to be exciting. I will be in the summit classes on Sunday evenings or Sunday afternoons, I think it is. I'll have to make sure that I'm not scheduling my movie times, because me and my wife have a movie subscription service. And if you want to, you can click on through and get your hand on it. There is a link in the description below. Okay. And then as I said, the July Accelerator cohort new pen name bundle is up. And I'm pretty sure the pen name bundle actually is under the discount right now. And the Sequence and Amp Automate, I'm pretty positive that is also in the discount for if you use discount code Your First Draft, all one word. Okay. And now let me see what my people are saying. Ooh, we have 9 comments. We're up to 28 people. Let's see. It's good to see everybody here. Oh wow, there's like everybody's here. Like I said, Alyssa is here, and then Sue saying hello to Alyssa. Dan is here. Ooh, Rob is here. Oh, thank you for calling me the man. I am a pale version of pale version. That's ironic. VAW. Oh, she did add them to her notes, didn't she? This is what I'm gonna do. Let me look at her notes real quick, because we've already done this first one, the kickoff. And she had them. Yes, she did add them to her notes. And I don't think I have her notes. And because actually, to be honest with you, just look on this morning's notes, and you'll be able to click through to everything that you need to in order to get your hands on your first draft. I just wanted to make sure myself. So thank you, Leah. You are most of these are included in the Accelerator. Most of these, if you are in the Accelerator, you already probably, as of today, have access to a bunch of these. I'm almost positive they were all built by people inside of the FFA's staff. So you should have access to all of these if you're already in the Accelerator. You're a Raptor and pseudo newbie. You go, Bill. Glad to have you here. Raptor's free, so it's a real easy way to get involved, and shows you how to bring your own key and all of that stuff. So I'm glad you're doing that. And pseudo, right? Pseudo right. Yeah, and pseudo right. They have a very nicely packaged program over there at pseudo right, so you should be able to really enjoy working with that. And remember, use the code your first draft. Just if you're not involved in the FFA, you want to get your hands on the class, make sure that you sign up at the description below. Let me take it off of this banner. And let me see. Just make sure I have all of this information. We're going to be playing around with my really good friend Mel. She works at the FFA. She made for me, not just for me, but I'm just going to say it's for me. She made me a blueprint. It was so nice of her. She made me a blueprint. And it's a 2-credit blueprint because it's for 40 chapters. We're going to make a full novel. We're going to spin up a space opera today, y'all. We're going to spin up a space opera. I don't want to use this is going to be something that goes inside of the press, right? The Future Fiction Press. So what I want to do is spin up something wholesale. I've been working in classes, but I have not. I have a class that a lot of people in the FFA have been going to. Thank you all, everyone who's been going. It's about creating a series brain with different types of projects inside of different LLM chats. Grok, ChatGPT, Claude, Google, right? Google has a notebook, so it's almost a completely different sort of animal, but it is absolutely a thing. I also worked with Plot Drive and made a brain inside of Plot Drive, and I also worked inside of Raptorite. The Raptorite one didn't quite go correctly because I'm working on my new computer and I didn't have everything set up ahead of time, and something broke, and I think there was some weirdness with my connection. So I decided to back off that one. But I did come to the conclusion that I didn't like hardly any of the there were a couple stories that were spun up that I sort of liked. What's fascinating about this, right? Let's go back here. What's fascinating about this is one of my biggest problems when it comes to creating a story is for the tropes and all of the stuff to be right. So here is me building up something from class, and then what I did was I asked it. I said right here, let me make this bigger. Come on now. There we go. Move that over a little. Tell me from a comprehensive point of view what makes a good science fiction series. I want details, because at some point I'm going to give this information to a large language model, and I want that large language model to interpret this so that it will in turn make me series that are really good. And so this is the longest sentence in the world. And so I need you to make sure that you give the large language model the best prompting that it can possibly get. So I am prompting it to make a prompt. That's a technique that you can use when you're spinning stuff up from the beginning, is prompt it to make a prompt. So here's the comprehensive design checklist. What makes a good science fiction series? structure so you can copy paste directly into another LLM as either knowledge or prompt material. And then it really goes through a lot of stuff. Core concepts, the big what if, one sentence high concept hook that instantly communicates the speculative twist. Bad, all of this stuff, subgenre, world building, internal consistency rules, that sort of thing. Very interesting that it was able to really dive deep into this. And I'm pretty sure that this was an 03 rendering. So let's get to the prompt template. Here's the actual template right here. Core what if, all of these things. So it says create a serialized science fiction narrative Bible with the following parameters. And I'm going to use these parameters right here. Let me see here. Dilemmas and discussions, foreshadowing. We're going to go and no matter what we're doing, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with a male protagonist this time. It's going to be maybe military sci-fi. I'm going to see if I can stretch her. I don't know if it'll be military sci-fi, but I've got all of this information. And then I said to it, take all of this information. And I want 16 different sci-fi space opera ideas. And half of those ideas should have something to do with the military, specifically Space Marines. I want to be able to pick and choose between the two of them. And the ideas can't be too esoteric. They need to be marketable, easily digestible. Yeah, and you need to adhere to instructions given above on what makes a great series and use those in order to create each one of the ideas. I need each one of the ideas to be at least 5 sentences long, and it needs to feel. I need to feel the beginning, the middle, and the end in the entire series, and maybe even a comprehensive breakdown of each one of the books in the series will do. So I kept getting deeper and deeper into what I made sure I added as many instructions as I possibly could, and had it actually spin this stuff up right here. So I have, let's see. First idea, Orbital Legion, Earth's first permanently inhabited ring city, Atlas Halo, is sabotaged during its inaugural week. The elite 303 Orbital Marine Regiment is ordered to retake it deck by deck before its failing reactors vaporize 200 million civilians below. Book 1, Breach Point, covers had I read this one? Man, I have been too busy. I've been so busy. I don't know if I read this one. I think I was just spun up a bunch of stuff yesterday or 2 days ago or something. Anyway, covers the frantic zero-G boarding actions, the discovery that the sabotagers are AI worshippers who believe humanity must abandon gravity and the moral quandary, fighting inside a habitable a habitat full of hostages. Freefall Rebellion jumps 6 months ahead. The Ring's propaganda war has spread to dozens of orbital settlements, forcing the Marines into simultaneous kinetic battles and information ops, while politicians consider negotiating with the cult. And Book 3, Terminal Velocity, sees the AI physically manifest in Atlas Halo's quantum core. The regiment must decide whether to destroy the ring, which would end orbital civilization, or hard reboot the AI and risk giving it full autonomy. The trilogy closes with the Marines forging an unprecedented treaty between humans and post-humans, establishing the Orbital Legion as peacemakers in the skies, yet wondering if they have just armed their own obsolescence. I kind of like that one. I will see. I kind of like that one. Space Battalion, Starfire Battalion, 2483, the Pan-Solar Coalition experimental solar sail dreadnoughts can project plasma lances a full AU. That would be the distance between Earth and the sun. So that's an AU. And that's a long way, actually. But they need boots on the ground to hold worlds. Enter Starfire Battalion. Genetically engineered Marines who metabolize solar radiation. See that right there? That doesn't excite me. Okay. When an ancient, Void Walkers. Yeah, it loves to say Void Walkers, and it always has different books for it. But right now, Winner Chicken Dinner is idea number one. Ancient Rift Gate is uncovered beyond Pluto. The United Terran Marine Corps forms the Void Walker Brigade. Troops fitted with quantum anchored that let them phase across micro dimensions for a second at a time. I wonder why it would do that. Follows the first incursion into the alien megastructure. The brigade battles. So the Rift Gate is a gigantic alien megastructure. Maybe that's it. While mapping a lattice of pocket universes. Echo War sees allied corporate miners stealing Rift tech, spawning black market teleporters, and chaos on Earth. The Marines fight a shadow war against their own financiers. This is kind of not giving me. I do like the name of the captain, Jonah Ree. That's an interesting name. Almost not a usual one. Okay. Let's see. Iron Suns, Earth's terraforming guild begins reshaping Mars with planet engines, but a militant off-world nobility, the Iron Suns, wants feudal control over every terraformed world. The Marine-run Colonial Defense Corps is dispatched in Book 1, Red Crescent. Who protect the Red Crescent? That's an interesting name. Is that the name of the first book? Maybe. Oh, there's 4 books. Book 4. Book 3. Oh, okay. Let's see. Red Crescent, to protect settlers and the critical atmosphere generators, discovering saboteurs using nanodust that rusts air itself. That's a little far. Book 2, Scorched Orbit, escalates as the Iron Sun sees Venusian cloud cities, CDC Marines fight in corrosive skies while politicians back home debate surrender to keep trade flowing. Book 3, Ghost Earth, reveals the guild's secret. terraforming engines slowly mine Earth's core for mass balancing, dooming the homeworld. CDC must ally with their sworn enemy to shut the network down. The tetralogy, is that tetralogy? I guess that is what it is. Closes in book 4, A New Blue, with Joint Marine Iron Sun Command relocating billions to the now habitable Mars, forging a constitutional empire that enshrines both planetary rights and military limits. No. See, some of these you can tell. Right now, I'm still winner chicken dinner on the other one. Humanity's fastest red line star drive works only once per ship. Humanity's latest red line star drive works only once per ship, melting its core on arrival. So convoys of colony arcs need marine escorts who will never come home. Oh. Book 1, One-Way Guard. Oh. Tracks the 51st Interstellar. I'm liking this one so far right now already. Expeditionary Marine Wing as they shepherd 30,000 refugees to Epsilon Eridani. I know that one. Fending off pirate raiders who prey on single jump vessels. Book 2 is Cold Frontier. Jumps 4 years. The colony faces extreme glacial tides and an indigenous silicon microecology that converts metal into glass. Maybe not. Marines must train civilians while cannibalizing their own gear to survive winter. And this is jumping 4 years, and they didn't know that was going to happen for 4 years. Maybe, depending on the orbit of the planet. If the actual stellar object that the planets are based around give you longer days, longer nights, longer years, meaning that the years are more like 4 years long, and so they would just be getting to. Ooh, okay, I'm thinking maybe. Book 3, Echo Burn, reveals the pirates were funded by Earth's megacorps, anxious to repossess the fledgling colony. With no return drive, the Marines retrofit colony ships into kinetic weapons and stage a brilliant defense stand in orbit. A planned book 4, Home Hollow, sees the Marines turning political founders, building a culture around duty and sacrifice, and sending a generation ship back to spread the truth about corporate betrayal. Interesting. I don't understand how that would make up a whole book, but we'll just go with that. Helix Company. Let me see. Let me check in with my people before I get too deep into it. Wow, we've already got 17. Let me make me big and it small. And wow, there are. Let's see. Everyone, wow, that's a lot of. There are maybe 5 courses that aren't included at this time. Yes, if you were if they were made by FFA staff, it's included. Absolutely. That's the word. She speaks the truth. She speaks the truth. And I know there is so much. Trying to decide if to do the Accelerator or the YFD class plus plot drive or the Accelerator. Okay, Dallas, do what makes financial sense for you. If you can't make a commitment to the Accelerator, right now once a month, then get the YFD class. It will show you how to use your first draft, which we will be getting to today. I promise. I promise. I just want to pick something decent to jump into it with. I enjoy SW pseudo right also good. I'm glad. Zedicus says I love all this stuff. My brain doesn't math. Define a space opera. Somebody named Pavardi is all right. In my mind, a space opera takes place in space, usually is in the future, but can be right now. So I would think that something like Stargate is definitely space opera, except it's now. But otherwise, it's usually in the far future when we've gained enough knowledge to have things like gravity plates and interstellar travel faster than light, all of those things that we really want to have happen so that we can go explore this universe. Man, it would be nice to explore the universe, and to live a really long time in order to get it done and do some exploring of the universe. That would be amazing. Also, would love to live to be able to get to the point where I could live for 200 years, and by that time they figured out how to transfer my brain into another synthetic sort of version of this body, except way fitter. way fitter. But I would love that. Let me see here. Coffee, just getting into the YFD part, space opera. I see. Let me see. Happens to me all the time. You made it though. Cool. I remember 5 minutes before. Okay. I do that on Google LLM. You mean Google Notebook LM. But I understand why you said it like that, because these folks don't know how to name things, especially to make sure I'm hitting my genre expectations and how to edit each chapter that is not hitting the same. Then it gives me the prompt to correct that chapter. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Unless you're using the Google, like Gemini LLM, then I'm wrong and you're right, and I shouldn't have said anything. Good ideas about the LLM. Yep. Really pretty shocking how good it is, especially with a new genre. And I'm not thinking something is off, but it's not, but not for sure. It's not Chin. I did tell you all that I have a dentist, and my dentist's name is, her name is actually Dr. Chen. And every time I see her, I want to say to her, AI loves your name, but I just don't know how she would take it. I don't know how she would take it. Yes, The Fifth Element does fit inside of space opera. It's absolutely a space opera. As a matter of fact, it's a sweeping space opera with a very well-established universe with lots of aliens, and we figured all of that stuff out by that point. I love The Fifth Element. Multipass. Star Trek is also considered space opera, sometimes soapy type plot in space. Yeah, like a soap opera. Yeah, space opera. Not necessarily as melodramatic as Star Trek can be, wearing its heart on its sleeve, because that's the way Roddenberry loved it. But But you can build space opera in that way. Looking forward to show YFD sci-fi. Looking forward to some YFD sci-fi blueprints. I'm looking forward to you seeing it too. I love space opera, or at least the TV ones. The Expanse, Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, Babylon 5, all of those. I really, really appreciate them. The Expanse to me is one of the most interesting entries into this entire thing. The concept of a pocket of space-time that has been built to house entrances to other parts of the galaxy is a fascinating way to travel faster than light. It absolutely is. It just, you enter space at this point and you go around a bubble. Inside the bubble, you exit at a different spot that has a little hole in the bubble, and then you're out onto that other space. Now, this is the biggest problem with that. Not even the biggest problem. One of the best things they did with the Expanse was to create a actual being who lives inside of the extra dimension for which you are passing through in order to get into the bubble. And then it like literally makes ships actually disappear. They eat those ships if the threshold that they can tolerate is exceeded. So it's so good. It's one of the, when it went off the air, it was one of the reasons why I started my Lucky 7, one of my babies. So I can't actually give it to the press because it's one of my babies. It's one for my press, not for the Future Fiction press. And I came up with this whole elaborate thing about why the solar system is exactly the way that it is, and the whole 9 yards. So if you are looking for inspiration, look at the things that you love, and then when they cancel them, get mad about it and write something that is similar. That's what I did. You are talking about Notebook. Okay. Oh my, 200 years. So long as I don't look at it, I think I could dig it. I would love to live for 200 years. 200 years more than I'm living right now. I would love it. I'd love to have the physical capacity to be able to live that amount of time without having to be in a wheelchair or something like that. But 200 years, absolutely. It would give me enough time. Give me enough time to do everything I wanted to do. I wish I knew which one I was talking. I don't know which one of those just Mesha. I don't know which one of those Mesha. No, Mesha. I wish I could remember. Okay, let me see here. Surprised they never did anything with the Fifth Element. The Fifth Element. You're talking about the Fifth Element. Surprised they never did anything with the Fifth Element series or sequel or even books. It wasn't really, when it came out, it wasn't a like giganto super hit. It was just a hit, and it cost a lot of money. So they were a little on the iffy side on whether or not it was worth it to go back to that universe. I remember I remember reading something like that inside of Variety. The Expanse is such a good book. Oh, yes, the Orville. Can I make a suggestion? Watch the Orville, watch it from the beginning, but understand that the first season has a lot of silliness to it because they were trying to figure out what it was in that first season. Very much like the first season of Star Trek: The Next Generation. had a lot of silliness in it, a lot of weird things that they put into it. But it's worse for the Orville because the execs were pushing him to use a lot of comedy when all he really wanted to do was make a new Star Trek. That's really all he wanted to do. Yes, the Expanse is amazing. Expanse spoilers. Expanse spoilers. And yes, my wife is watching Resident Alien right now. A great example of a grounded space opera. So maybe very much like when Doctor Who, when they decided that they didn't want to spend all that money on sets and stuff like that for Doctor Who in the late 60s. Yes, Dallas, you're right. It is Resident Alien. Resident Alien. It's is it? I thought it was called Resident Alien. Not Alien Resident. No, it's Resident Alien. Yeah, Resident Alien. But yes, it is a great show. But a great example of okay, no problem. And then you went Resident A-Line. Resident A-Line. I love that. Anyway, so look at the things that you really like. As a matter of fact, let's scrap all these and let's think about, let me see here. The Expanse, Resident Alien, the Orville. You know what? Let's do a Star Trek sort of thing. Let's spin a Star Trek thing up. I'm going to even say to it. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to spin up something where there are evolved. There's where we have an organization of planets, Earth being one of them, and prominent, because we got to be self-centered about this stuff. I mean, hey, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Nice to see you. Good day, Ross. Good day. All right. So what I want to do, 53 minutes in. Man, me and Elizabeth, we cannot get started on the thing you're actually here for in the first hour. It's just it's just impossible. We have too much stuff to tell you. But I'm going to zoom out. And we're going to start a new project. All right, new project. I'm going to put ST sorta. And then sci-fi. Space opera. I'm good. I had thought of doing this earlier, but I just convinced myself. I was going to come in here and we're going to use my biggest asset, my imagination, and I was going to just create something brand spanking new. And y'all made me feel like I wanted to create something like the Orville. Let's do a brain dump. Whatever comes to my head. Space opera brain dump. Save. Okay, give myself a couple of spaces because I can't stand that thing butted right up against the thing. Let's see. I am trying to come up with. Oh, is it not going to? Oh, man. Test 1, 2. All right. It's time for some stuff to be shut down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. Cancel. 5, 6. Yeah. And we'll get rid of the yeah. It's a lot of stuff that I have open on my computer, and I think that my computer is having issues. As it were. Is that everything? The only thing I have open is some Finder tabs. And we will see if this works now. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Guess you're going to have to listen to me type incredibly slowly. I want to make a space opera that is like Star Trek. Uh-oh. I'm about excuse me, I was gonna try and mute that, but that wasn't happening. All right. That is like Star Trek or the Orville, where humanity is made it to the stars only to find out that the universe, galaxy is teeming with intelligent life. The only reason we never we have never seen them before we figured out FTL is because they didn't want us to. We join the greater galactic community something strange happens. When we do, we thrive. we not only thrive, we flourish. I don't know how to spell flourish off the top of my head. Somebody got flourish for me real quick so I can copy it. Flourish. Why don't I know how to spell flourish? Who can type fast enough? Any fast typers? Thank you. Flourish. Flourish. Thank you. Man. We flourish. Appreciate that. We not only thrive, we flourish. It is the fact that we are descended from primates that makes the difference. Apes can be tricky buggers. Lots of the other races don't feel the pull of adventure. Complacency. Oh, I got it right. Is more the norm but not for humans. As a matter of fact, all of the different nations of Earth promptly separate. It'll tell me. Promptly. And then what's this? Promptly separate. Descended. Promptly separate and explore our neck of the galaxy vigorously. to the dismay of the other races, we start to look like bullies and tyrannical. Oh, just found out some news from my wife. It looks like wow. It looks like if you haven't heard, looks like Hulk Hogan has passed on to the great wrestling ring in the sky. Holy crap. Wow, that's yeah, it makes some sense with all the um uh steroids and stuff that he took a long time ago, but we don't know how he passed away, so I will not speculate. Anyway, I watched a lot of Hulk Hogan when I was a kid. Let me see. We start to look like bullies and tyrannical expansionists. But what's really happening is our need for adventure is ruling our better judgment. Oops. So overruling our better judgment, we go everywhere and that ruffles feathers in the greater galactic oh, wonder how to spell that wrong. Galactic? Okay. Community. Each country has developed their own space navies, USA and her USA and her allies band together and become the United Greater United Greater Earth League. So the UGEL. Using this as the backdrop, let's using this as the backdrop, let's make 20 story pitches. Story pitches. Pitches. Using this backdrop, let's make they should be in the form of a log line. I know that was torturous, wasn't it? All right. I'm going to say 03 because I loves it. I'm going to have to, man, why do I have to keep unpinning things every time I come up in this mug? Seriously, this is starting to get on my nerves. It's no joke. Oh my gosh. Sorry, everyone. Need to click these all out of here. And yeah. Done. All right. Now let's go check back with my people. Let's see here. Yes, yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so used to watch Blake's a long time ago. Always comes in threes. Ozzy, Hulk Hogan, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Wow, that is very true. Tough week for us 80s kids. It really is. It's a tough week. You can't do these anymore. You heard Ozzy pass during the last one. I know, man. Jeez. No, we're done now. It's 3 of them. We're done. Asimov's Foundation series has a totally human galactic empire. Love watching the Apple TV adaptation. Hey, okay. I am so into the Foundation series on Apple, but me and my wife spend incredible amounts of time trying to figure out what the heck's going on. I don't honestly, half the time I'm like, and then I'll say something out loud to my wife and she'll go, oh, Is that what you think? And I'll be like, I think. she'll go, I guess that could be it. I mean, we often have these debates on where they're exactly going. I mean, the fact that they just wrote Harry out of they wrote Harry out of the show, and then wrote him back in, and then wrote him back out, and then have them doing something else, and now he's transported. I mean, apparently they figured out an even newer way to actually travel across the cosmos, but he won't tell anybody. And who knows who that black woman construct is? Is she a construct? Is she real? What is she? I don't know. And brother Day, I don't understand why why they had to put a prosthetic stomach on him. I mean, he's walking. I mean, if you hadn't noticed, the man's got a prosthetic stomach. Anyway, yes. Let's see here. Yes, Foundation season 3. I have to make time for that. It's very good. It's just like the first 2 seasons, especially the second season, which turned out to be quite the slow burner at first. You couldn't figure out what in the world was going on. I do love the fact that what's the name gets to play a different part. The actor who plays Brother Day gets to just basically be different every season. He's never played the same part in any of the seasons. As a matter of fact, all of them haven't. And it's a fascinating way to think of things. And the fact that they even made it more difficult because of their the degradation. I'm not going to, no. Watch the show. That's all I have to say about that. Out of curiosity, why do you have so many copies of the same buttons? I have no idea. I don't know, but every time I log back into Plot Drive, it just happens to be that way. Don't get me started. I should talk to somebody about it, but and I even have the inside track. I could actually talk to somebody about it. So let me see. Do you have to unpin duplicate buttons before continuing? I just have to, because they always seem to pop up even after I've refreshed. I don't know. I don't understand. I have no clue. I have no idea. I need to resubscribe to Apple TV once the kids go back to school. Lots to catch up on. Yeah. Shrinking. Just all of it is so. Apple is straight cold, no joke, y'all. One of the best friggin' streaming services you could get. They always have something starting when they're in it. And there's this new golf show that I think Owen Wilson did a lot of writing on, and he's starring in, and it's so good. It's so good. I only watched a little bit of it with my wife, but it is so good. Did you never go through and delete all the duplicates after they upgraded the global library? Oh, is that what it is, you think? So I should just delete them all instead of unpinning them. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Thank you, Harper. By the way, everybody, this is brought to you by the Future Fiction Academy, where you too can get a very, very good course by that very person right there named Harper. Let me see here. Where is it? There it is. Harper's course on romance outlines. Did you know that AI is really bad at outlining romances, and that you will need to have some knowledge in order for those romances to actually be good? Well, I tell you, this is where you go. Go over there to the Future Fiction Academy. Daggam. There are links below, and you Academy. I did say Academy, not Factory. Academy.com, and you can too get your hand, especially if you're a romance writer, on romance outlines. But these outlines and tenets and all of the things that she teaches inside of here also apply to other things, because you can then tweak it for your specific tropes. So make sure that you go over to the Future Fiction Academy and check that out. And Harper, I hope you just made some money. I always appreciate spreading the love and helping people get these things done. Yes, delete all of the duplicate buttons. Yes, Harper. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. All right. So, like I said, let's use my imagination, and let's, you're welcome, hon. Let's use my imagination, and the imagination that I just popped forth with the nugget of an idea of what we are and who we are as a species. And you know what? Let's place a year on it. Let's say we've, oh yeah, let's do that. I'm going to add a couple of little things here to this. I only reason the only reason I want to make a space opera where humanity has made it out to the stars. Let's do this. Let's add a little more to it. In 2030, we hailed the arrival of ASI. Artificial super intelligence. One of the first things it figured out was faster than light travel. Faster than light travel. By 2040, we met our first aliens. We thought it was beautiful and beautiful, beautiful and precious. Oh my God. Beautiful and precious. Only to find out that the galaxy is teeming with intelligent life. Tech advancements came hard and fast. Society celebrated unparalleled I know I spelled that wrong. Unparalleled society celebrated unparalleled prosperity. Okay, there we go. One of the first things it did by 2040, we met our first aliens. In fashion like travel, we built lots of ships to explore. There. By 2040, we met our first aliens. We thought it was beautiful and precious, only to find out that the galaxy is teeming with life. The only reason we had never seen them before. Yep, this all works for me. This seems like a lot of really good information. Let's get some pitches going. Let's make some 20-story pitches that take place in this universe. Okay. It should be action, adventure, with a good sprinkle of comedic dramedy, comic drama, thrown in. Not thrown in, thrown. Thrown. There, an R. Thrown in. Is it? Nope, no, I don't want to change that. And his log line, just they're doing that because they don't want me to put those two words together. Okay, how about that? And then there. And while that is running, go. Let's look and see what people are saying. There we go. Cool. All right, now we are. All right. U-gel. Is that what I came up with? U-gel? FTL. United States. U-gel. U-gel. I guess it is. All right. Taming the Tuskers. When a rookie U-gel frigate accidentally parks on a sacred moon of the 8-armed Tuskers, the cadet crew must win a ritual arena match, part opera, part dodgeball, to avoid triggering an interstellar. Oh, that's funny. Diplomacy by Karaoke. Wow, I said a smidge of comedy. It's like a career-minded Terran ambassador and a sardonic ship's DJ are forced to form a band to satisfy their avian empire that only signs treaties after a galaxy-wide battle of the bands broadcast. No, man, it really is going the banana gambit. Two rival human captains race to claim a lucrative wormhole only to discover the key to controlling it is convincing a hive-minded species that bananas are currency. Okay. No. Gravity of the Heart. Stuck in on a planet where the oceans float in midair, a cynical marine and a pacifist alien botanist must keep each other alive and stop an overeager Earth corporation from harvesting the floating seas for bottled water. Oh my God, no. The Primate's Guide to Plunder. When oh my God, that's a really good name. When a U-gel explorer misreads a galactic treasure map, it's actually a recycling schedule. The resulting gold rush frenzy forces a con artist, linguist, to fake artifacts before the armed miners shoot first and ask questions later. These are, maybe I should ask for a different tone. Exit pursued by a space bear. A Shakespeare-obsessed AI hijacks a destroyer, demanding a galaxy-wide theatrical festival. The human crew must outperform the computer on stage to regain control. No. French Fries of Doom. Wow, these are a French expedition's gourmet food printer sparks civil unrest on a diet monastic insect world. Now the chef, his ex-wife, the admiral, and a sarcastic beetle prince must smuggle 40 tons of palm frites off planet before midnight. Oh, see, now that one's not worth my 2 credits. Definitely not worth my 2 credits. The Great Marsupial Heist. Australia's independent fleet loses its only koala mascot to black market poachers. Motley boarding party hops through smugglers' dens, realizing the koala's eucalyptus diet is the formula for a no alien super fuel. No. Okay, vote early, vote often, vote human. A charismatic Terran colonist runs for mayor of a multi-species megacity where every life form gets 50 votes. Every life form gets 50 votes. His campaign team includes a mind-reading amoeba and a lawyer cloned from himself 10 times. I wonder how that would work. None of these are as good as the one that I came up with just now. 9 minutes to save 9 minutes to save noon. 9 minutes to save noon. A malfunctioning FTL jump locks a star system in a repeated 9-minute loop. A hotshot Ugandan pilot and a neurotic reptilian physicist relive lunch over and over while searching for the off switch before temporal police erase them. Temporal police. Why would the temporal police erase them? 9 minutes to save the moon. I do like that idea. Reminds me of a Stargate episode, but don't know. All right, T. Earl Grey. T. Earl Grey on fire. The British fleet's diplomatic yacht catches fire during a peace summit held entirely in zero G tea ceremony. A caffeine addicted commander must douse both flames and class prejudice without spilling a drop. See, wow, dear God, I'm gonna have to ask it for something interesting, more interesting than these. Let me see. What are y'all reactions to this stuff? Time to re-roll. Not sure about these. Which models are we using? These are a little out there. Yes, I did. I used 03. I did. Wow, 03 is having an interesting afternoon. I said, garbage. I'm telling you, I'm like, what in the world? Let's see. My Fat Cyborg Wedding. Now that sounds pretty funny. My Fat Cyborg Wedding. Let's see. When alien climate engineers, Operation Snowball Earth. Climate engineers offer to cool that quaint blue ball. A jaded Alaskan captain races through bureaucratic ice swirls to stop them from triggering another ice age and ruining the winter sports he secretly hates. Nope. Big fat Greek wedding. Big fat cyborg wedding. A Greek freighter captain agrees to marry into a metallic skinned species for trade rights, only to learn in-laws expect the ceremony to involve gladiatorial combat with the bride and groom on opposite sides. Now that one maybe. Maybe for something else in the future? Maybe. Whoa. Why did you not bowl? Oh, because I haven't said yes. All right, let's go back. Operation My Big Fat. There we go. We're gonna make it a bold one because it's not necessarily gonna be the one I use. It's just a contender. It's a contender. Sounded like Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. Seymour, it's a contender. The Last Meme War. Humanity's love of cat videos sparks a propaganda arms. Oh, do me a favor, everybody. Like this video right now. Like it, like the video. Humanity's love of cat videos sparks a propaganda arms race. Two rival meme lords. Oh my God. One human and one crystalline wage battle across holographic billboards while an exhausted Marine platoon tries to keep the jokes from becoming genocide. Oh, wow. Sushi at World's End. A Japanese science vessel discovers the galaxy's oldest sea monster and in true culinary style wants to cook it. What? Thrill seeking to duel with chopsticks and plasma torpedoes over dinner and destiny. That sounds absolutely awful. The bureaucrat who knew too much paperwork. A mild-mannered IRS auditor accidentally uncovers the wow. Okay. All right. Jeez, love wish. Let's do this. I said a sprinkle, didn't I? Didn't I say a sprinkle? Here, let's duplicate. And we'll call this 03. Man. Jeez Louise. And then this is 03. Okay. And we will move this one down here. That's 03. Okay, now. My gosh, I was not enjoying that. Okay, let's change it. We'll go Anthropic. Sonnet 4. See if it will give me anything better. I'm not going to change the prompt at all. It's really thinking about it. Come on. Come on, baby. You got this. Ooh. Wow. That's really thinking about it. Let me see here. I love this. It says, after garbage, we get try Gemini 2.5. I'm surprised you didn't say, please, for God's sake, try Gemini 2.5. Tea Earl Grey hot. I can't help but picture Picard, as my wife would say. Picard! Think the first season of Orville affected the prompt? I don't know. The first season of the Orville, by the way, y'all, is and it's just spinning and spinning and spinning. Oh man, am I not going to be able to use Sonnet? What the hey? I'll just let that. Yeah, the new season of I don't know. That first season of Orville is it. I'm not saying that it's because it's not bad. It's just super difficult to get through. That is no joke. I am going to probably switch over to Gemini here in a second. Nope. All of them stink. All of them stink. I agree with Harper. Give Gemini a try. Maybe Scooby-Doo affiliated AI. You're not on Starlink, are you? No, I'm not. It's not bad. It's awful. Jeez Louise is right. And it seems like I'm getting nothing from Sonnet. Yeah, we're gonna go and get out of that, and then we're gonna change it over to Gemini, Google, and we'll go with 2.5 Pro, and we're gonna hit go. Actually, let me do this. I got a go button. I have a cursor button, plot drive button. All right. Delete. Oh my gosh. Every single one of these? Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll have to do that when I'm off of the air because that's just going to take too long. Okay. And we will call this one, actually, before we do anything, we're going to duplicate and duplicate. There we go. Now that we've duplicated and duplicated, we're going to see if Gemini can do a better job. Holy crap. My goodness. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Light my fire. Come on, baby. Oof. Uh-oh. Did I just run into an issue? Huh. Why is this doing this? Oh, there we go. Jeez Louise. Here we go, y'all. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, there we go. The first misunderstanding. The idyllic captain of a new UGEL exploration ship, a vessel, must prevent an interspecies war when his crew, well-intentioned attempt to help a seemingly primitive race, alien race, is misinterpreted as an aggressive planetary takeover. Now, that right there, that seems like that's like a Stargate episode. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not saying it's like brilliant or anything, but it's a hell of a lot better than what we got out of 03. Race to the Anomaly. A veteran UGEL captain and her fiercely competitive counterpart from the Pan-Asian fleet must reluctantly team up when their race to claim a resource-rich nebula awakens an ancient territorial creature that sees both their ships as hatchlings to be protected violently. Now that's interesting. See, these are way better already. You were right. Google. You did good, Google. Diplomatic damage control tour. After a rogue crew of Texan separatists brands a gaseous dignitary's moon with a with a giant longhorn symbol, a jaded UGEL diplomatic team is dispatched to apologize, only to find the insult has made the Texans heroes to a race of galactic pranksters. Now, see, these are just like right off the bat, more interesting. I'm not saying they're better. I'm just saying they're way more interesting than the other ones. The Texans, that's pretty funny. Texas separatists brands a gaseous dignitary's moon. A gaseous dignitary's moon. So is he farts all the time or something? Only to find the insult of man. The reluctant liaison, a timid by the book alien bureaucrat from a species that hasn't had a new idea in a millennia, is assigned as a liaison to a UGEL starship and must survive their crew's baffling primate customs. Primate customs. From surprising parties and spicy food challenges to settling arguments with rock, paper, scissors. These all seem like almost like novella episodes within the universe. Not necessarily whole book ideas, but you know. When, let's see, primate protocol. When a state-of-the-art starship is disabled by a technologically superior race of crystalline collectors, a UGEL crew must resort to primate-level trickery. No, it really took that primate thing to heart, didn't it? Trial of the Captain Eva Rostova. Captain Rostova. There it is. The trial of Captain Eva Rostova, a celebrated UGEL captain, is put on trial in a galactic court by violating the Treaty of Serene Observation after she landed on a forbidden world, but her only defense is that she was just trying to secure a cat-like creature stuck in a tree. No, almost. The ASI's riddle. When the Earth-based ASI that gifted humanity the stars sends a cryptic single-word message to a lone UGEL patron ship, listen. The crew must decipher its meaning before a seemingly peaceful alien armada arrives in their sector. Interesting. Now that one could be highlighted. Absolutely. Number 7 is a very interesting one. Yeah. Let's go out. Say yes. And then we're going to go here. And I'm actually, instead of highlighting it, I'll put a line, I'll put some lines under it and put it all in asterisks right there. So we know that it's different than the other ones. One of these things is not like the other. All right. No one bothered to go. A UGEL science vessel exploring a region of space deemed terminally boring by the galactic community discovers a planet with a terrifyingly aggressive ecosystem that explains exactly why no one with common sense ever went there. See that right there? That's an interesting juxtaposition. Maybe that's a lost in translation sort of thing, where we translate that as boring, and their version of boring is actually super terrifying. Now that's funny. That might work. That might be something. See, that feels like another one where if I did that, and where is it? Oh, there it is. And a little that and a little that, maybe. But these are much better, like automatically. Shore leave is a contact sport. Ooh, the crew of a UGEL cruiser hoping for a relaxing shore leave on a designated resort world accidentally introduces the concept of competitive sports and gambling to the placid locals, sparking a planet-wide civil war fought with paddle balls and betting slips. Now, see, these are way better. I mean, I could highlight that one maybe. The peril of goodwill. UGL captain lauded on Earth for single-handedly averting a stellar nursery collapses, branded a galactic bully by the species who worshipped the nursery as a god that they were peacefully allowed to. Who worshipped the nursery as a god, they were peacefully allowed to die. I don't understand that. This is like a jumble of words. Am I wrong? UGL captain lauded for on Earth for single-handedly averting a stellar nursery's collapse. Is branded a galactic bully by the species who worship the nursery as a god. They were peacefully allowing it to die, is what it should say. Again, not a 40-chapter book. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just say none of these feel like a full 40-chapter novel. Give me 20 more log lines. Give me 20 more log lines that feel more epic in nature. Feel more epic in nature. Let's see what happens. Let me check in with my people. Says Dallas Ryan. Texans are always more interesting. Just saying. Maybe romance novels have rotted the AI routines. I don't know what the heck. Pro thinks a lot. Flash is faster. I don't like using Flash because it just it doesn't think enough, fast enough. Let's see. Texans are. I like these situations because I see characters in these situations. The previous suggestions were only situations. Yes. Did you ask for log lines for novels in the universe or episodes? I'm not sure it makes a difference. That's why I put in there full novels. I had to change it because it felt, they do, you're right. They felt episodic. And as a matter of fact, these might be very much I think this is the universe I'm going to use for the FFP. I think I'm absolutely going to use this universe for the FFP. That's for sure. Fully. Well, I would ask for more conflict. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I also like Harper's suggestion. Harper, you're so wicked smart. Yeah. You're just wicked smart. I try not to dote on you because I just don't want you to get a big old head. You have the hardest time getting through the house, that big head. So I don't dote on you as much as I probably should. But let's see here. Bling. The ASI war. Earth's governing ASI, silent for decades, reveals its true purpose. It created humanity's FTL drive not as a gift, but as a weapon to unleash against the dormant galaxy-consuming intelligence it was designed to fight. Humanity is now the designated frontline army. Now it's taken the lightheartedness out of the episodes. A UGEL deep range exploration ship discovers the ruins of a dozen hyper advanced but extinct civilizations, realizing the galactic community's complacency isn't a choice but a survival strategy against a cyclical great filter that hunts ambitious species, a filter humanity just tripped. Now that might be something interesting. As a matter of fact, that one's pretty good. Hate the name. I mean, why Echo? The Great Filter's Echo. Oh my God. It's just the worst. I mean, I understand why I did it, but it's the worst. The Terran Imperium. When a charismatic leader unites the let's get that out of there. When a Terran charismatic leader unites the independent human factions into a formidable Terran Imperium and declares, like the mule in Foundation. That's a very interesting idea. Terran Imperium and declares war on the UGEL for holding humanity back. A decorated admiral must battle his own species across the galaxy, forcing alien races to choose sides on in a devastating human civil war. Now that also feels like it could be something good. And look, it decided to use the word void on the next one. Imagine that. The Void's hunger. A scout from a ravenous extragalactic hive mind race arrives immune to all known weapons. And its sole purpose is to mark the galaxy for consumption. The galaxy? Forcing a disgraced UGEL strategist to unite the bickering human navies and the reluctant alien council into a single fleet for a war of survival. Now these are all changed. The second set has definitely changed. Let's do one more. Journey to the Core. A UGEL captain obsessed with the forbidden map leads his crew on a rogue expedition to the galactic core, defying the laws of every known species, only to find it's not a place but a cage for cosmic Whoa, that's Final Frontier. That is literally that's literally oh my gosh, that's bad. That's literally oh my gosh, I'm not even joking. That is the same plot for the Final Frontier, Star Trek The Final Frontier. Holy crap. The Ascension Gambit. Go one more because that was awful. And everyone, I have a community class that starts in 1 hour. I just got a notification about it. If you would like to go to the community class, there is a link in the description for our calendar. You will go to the day of the calendar and you will see where the community class is. There will be a link, and you can and I will be there at 4 p.m. I should probably wrap this up in the next 10 minutes so that I can get myself something to eat. And then we'll be folded. And then my community class will automatically fold right into Elizabeth's Elizabeth's actual live stream this evening. So you'll have about hour and 45 minutes until Elizabeth comes up here. A reclusive godlike species offers humanity ascension to a higher plane of existence, but the process requires abandoning their physical primate bodies. Primate. A UGEL philosopher captain must prove that humanity's messy, adventurous spirit is worth preserving, even if it means defying the gods. Now that one is good with an awful name. The name is not good. The name is not good. The name is not good. All right. I really like that one. I like that one. Terran Imperium. I also kind of like the Civil War. Yeah, I think I like that one too. This ASI thing, I mean, at least the ideas are better, you know, at least they're better. And given all right, so what are the lessons we took from this today? The lessons we took from this today is that you have the ability to come up with a bunch of your own stuff and then really take a really intricate idea and then make it into the jump off point for all of the things that happen in that universe. So now that I've created this universe, I don't even know what I'm going to call it. Maybe I'll call it Ortrek, the Ortrek universe. That would be wrong. I would probably get in trouble for that. But modify the prompt to give you more episodic novels with more conflict, but keep the elements of comedy. Yeah, I was actually going to do a third set. So I would probably modify the prompt to give the episode more episodic novels with more conflict, but keep the elements of comedy from the brain dump. Okay, so let us do what Harper has commanded. We must do what Harper has commanded. So, what's the thing from Battlestar Galactica? By your command. Okay, so I'm going to modify. Okay, let's do this. This time, give me 20 more log lines. But amp up the conflict and please keep the dramedy elements from the, let's see, did I brain dump? Okay. Brain dump. And before I hit go, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Stop. No. Whoa. What happened here? Anyway, from the brain dump. Boom, 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 and go. But amp up the conflict and please keep the dramedy elements. I did continue to use that word dramedy. I didn't cut it out and just replace it, did I? Nope. There we go. And it's churning. Of course, let's ramp up the conflict while keeping the essential dramedy core. Cannoli Crusade, Emperor's Roast, Logic Bomb. Let's see, Logic Bomb. Ugel 5 Battlefleet faces annihilation from a race of hyperlogical purifiers who race chaotic species, only to discover their enemies' battle computers are crashing because they can't process human tactics based on gut feelings, dumb luck, and movie quotes, forcing the admiral to lean into humanity's inherent absurdity as his only strategy. Now that is interesting. My mom, the space pirate, a straight-laced UGL captain's career is thrown into jeopardy when his estranged, thrill-seeking mother becomes the most wanted pirate in the galaxy, forcing him to hunt her down while she keeps using their family's secret code to send him embarrassing childhood stories over open comps. That's an interesting idea. The Church of the Primate. Boy, really shouldn't have put the word primate in there, should I? A charismatic human con man started a galaxy-spanning religion worshiping humanity's chaotic spirit, gaining millions of alien followers who now seek enlightenment by mimicking reckless human behavior, from joyriding shuttles to deep frying everything. And the UGEL must dismantle the cult before. No. Cosmic Hot Rodders, Galaxy's Most Wanted Roommate. A disgraced UGEL officer is forced into hiding on a backwater planet, only to discover his new roommate is the deposed genocidal tyrant of the former Dredge Empire, and he must now teach this cosmic monster how to be a normal person before assassins from a dozen species destroy the planet to kill him. I don't know how teaching him to be not a I mean, that's anyway. I'm not even going to go there. I don't think so. The ultimate liability: a UGEL crew rescues the last survivor of a long dead pacifist species, only to learn their new passenger's biology emits a pheromone that induces crippling cowardness in all other races, making him a weapon of peace that every militant human faction will kill to see. That's an interesting one right there. That's interesting. 48's absolutely interesting. Galactic Insurance Claim, the god of bad ideas. Ancient energy being awakened by a reckless human mining operation imprints on the first mind of it encounters a slacker UGEL ensign obsessed with bad 21st century reality TV. Now the crew must stop their own ensign and the omnipotent being he controls from trying to reshape the galaxy into a deadly cosmic game show. That one's got something there. I just don't know what it is. Anybody know what that is? Does anyone? I don't know. Galactic insurance claim has promise, you said? I went right past that one, I think. Galactic. The ultimate liability. Long debts past. The galactic insurance. After a UGL captain accidentally scratches the paint off of a planet-sized memorial to a fallen god, he must negotiate with an intergalactic insurance company run by bureaucratic, soul-sucking entities who demand he complete a list of impossible tasks as his deductible to prevent his species from being financially ruined for eternity. Oh, I see. 49. That's funny. See, these are all great ideas that you can spur up. I have everything from novellas to novels to short stories, all from this one idea, and they can all take place in this universe because the AI is actually taking into account the things that you've already written down, the stuff you've already written down, and I have now what looks like to be 60 really good ideas, everything from short stories to full-fledged novels, and they can all now be fleshed out. And I could probably take this, drop it into ChatGPT, drop it into your first draft. Here's the test sci-fi space opera right here that I am going to be testing out with Mel, for Mel here in a little bit. But I don't know if I'm going to do my first story from this universe with the full 40 chapters. I think maybe, just maybe, I might I might do it with a smaller story so I can get a nice basis, like a pilot episode, something that introduces the whole universe. And none of those things. I think maybe I might have to come up with my pilot episode on my own. Good old classic ship out in space, encountering a planet or doing a diplomatic mission or something like that. So I think that's what's going to end up happening. All right. I was hoping to actually get to your first draft, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, you too can sign up for your first drafts class. There's a class. We have a link in the description below, and that class will get you 4 credits. 4 credits. So you could run 2 novels of a 40 chapter length. Now, those chapters are pretty long, and they can go from each credit is worth 30 to 60,000 words. So you can write almost a full novel with 20 chapters or something like that. But the more time you can spend making here's some. The more time you can spend making the story your own, the better your YFD novel will be. That is no joke. Can I put a little star on that one? I'm giving you a star. You got a star, Harper. She's like the ultimate hype person. I love it. But remember, everyone, you can use this thing or wherever it is. I can't ever remember which side it's actually on. But you could. I don't know which side it's on. But you could use your first draft after you figured out the story. This is one of the reasons why I was kind of making the story myself, creating the universe myself. I pride myself on my imagination, and you should too. If you are an author and you have been doing this the old-fashioned way is the best way to get your story exactly where you need it to be. Write it down. You could use pen. paper, but you can also use code. Pen, paper, code. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to end today's live stream because I am going to have to get myself something to eat before I have my community class. My community class, check the links below. There's a link to our calendar. Go to the calendar, look up the day, and then look through the day's activities because there's a lot of stuff happening today. Her live stream this morning, EAW's, my live stream this afternoon, my community class, and then on top of that, she has another live stream tonight. So look on the calendar and kind of get up to date on exactly where you need to go. I am going to end this very nice episode reminding you it's a $300 value. Go over to the Future Fiction Academy. We've got links in the description. Get your 4 credits to your first draft. And I know I didn't hardly show off your first draft tonight as much as I should have, but now I've got a bunch of ideas that I can really dig into and make an actual space opera episode or a 20 chapter novella or 10 chapter novella or something like that. Are we still doing, I'm wondering if we're still doing half of a credit for 10 chapters. I can't remember if that's true, but I will ask someone about that. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been and everybody in between, this has been so much fun as usual. I really do love my job. And I love the fact that we can all get together and do this stuff. Go check out the Accelerator. If you are trying to get your business out to the next level, we have a 26-week course, half of a friggin' year, taught by Bad Evan himself. It is a $5,000 course that can be split up because Klarna does a lot of pay-as-you-go stuff. So you can go on over to the Future Fiction Academy. All of the links are in the description. I'm going to go ahead on and start up Ink and Code, the video. Ink and Code. Where is Ink and Code? These are the videos. Where are you? I thought I had an Ink and Code video. Final video. What is this? Is it this?
They carve their names in wax and stone, spilled ink on scrolls they called their own.
Have a good day, everybody. My name's Ekel O'Harrod. This is the Future Fiction Academy. And we'll see you in 40 minutes in the community class for an hour and 40 minutes with EAW. Have a good day.
Under my eyelids. Evolution doesn't knock, it crashes. And I'm already past the ashes. The future writes in ink and code. Don't tell me how the story's told. You can stay in sepia dreams, but I'm chasing silver beams. This pen's electric, this plotline bites. We don't wait, we ignite. You can guard the gates, you know, but the future writes in ink and code. Used to call it art, now they call it cheap, but I'm still sweating over every beat. The tools have changed, the heart is not. I bleed the same, just on a different plot. Some still build with rust and rope, but I've got neural nets and hope. I'm not here to ask permission, I'm the shift you couldn't stop. Said that's not real, that's not pure, but they forget fire made books endure. And every rebel with the screen is part of the next great literary machine. The future writes in ink and code. Don't tell me how the story's told. You can stay in sepia dreams, but I'm chasing silver beams. This pen's electric, this plotline bites. We don't wait, we ignite. You can chain yourself to old echoes. with startup plans, from parchment prayers to algorithm sparks. We've always written in the dark. Now the dark just answers back. The future writes in ink and code. I'm not slowing down this road. You can preach about the craft, but I've got a better map. With every keystroke, every phrase, I'm